Outer Orange.
All right, fam. We got a lot of feet to talk about because that's basically what I witnessed, and my tweet is still popping off about it apparently. So I started this. I did this. I did this to myself. I know everyone's excited about the news. I kind of want to cover it because I do think some of the stuff's really exciting. We had a bunch of stuff kind of happen. I guess I was gonna make a video on it, and then I was like, why make a video on it when I can just like talk about it? So here I am talking about it. I think 2024, like so far, has been overall a good year. Like Springfest kind of sucked. BSF was kind of, there was no prizing. Remember, people were kind of antsy about that. There was like no real incentive. We also had the try format, which I think for the most part wasn't the most positive thing. It was like a new thing, obviously, that they were trying, but I feel like for the most part, and this is, I'm including my own opinion to this, and maybe my opinion is a little bit skewed because I definitely didn't enjoy it. And maybe that I literally picked up another card game because I didn't enjoy try format day 2. It's the main reason I picked up Shadowverse. I picked it up for a couple of reasons. One was the fact that I want to play try format. After trying it, just FYI, I want to make it clear, I did try it first, but then after the after that, I was like, also my boyfriend plays it. My boyfriend plays Shadowverse, so I picked up for that. But those like the main 2 reasons I picked up Shadowverse. And by the way, I picked it up like super fast because I need something to play day 2 that wasn't try format, because I believe one of the first events I went to, or one of the earlier events, was one of the try format events. And like I said, I tried it and I really personally did not enjoy it. It felt like singles glorified and just wasn't that good, but it's okay. Like I said, it was a test run. I'm not saying this like, oh my god, it's like the worst thing ever, BCF sucked, or nothing like that. I still had a great time, but I will say in terms of like team events, that one was kind of an L. Just wasn't very fun, and it's okay, it happens. I would have preferred there honestly just to be V day 2, but V is kind of dead now, like kind of dying permanently now, like officially. So it's kind of not a thing anymore. It officially got canceled in JP, so there's a high chance it's probably going to get canceled in English side over time. I don't know. I think actually it's been really fun playing them in BCS. But anyway, long story short, I think 2024 started off kind of weak. We had good stuff happening in terms of like decks and like format wise, but I think in terms of like competing and entering, I think the end of 2024 was way powerful. Which that being said, I think we're going into 2025, and I'm hoping that we're going to kind of keep the momentum going, and I think we are going to keep the momentum going, which is going to be really exciting. So long story short, all the stuff we're seeing here is kind of leading into 2025, so I'm really excited. We also got this girl. We got this girl. We need to talk about the girl. I don't know her name or anything about her. V is on its last legs. I think they'll canon after this season. I think so too, though. I will admit, I think V, at least on the English side, like in the US specifically, it's been fun. Like, I've actually been enjoying V a lot. Maybe I'm just like a hypocrite, or not a hypocrite. I think maybe I'm just biased. I don't know, because I've been I think I've been enjoying in terms of just pure competitiveness. This pure competition has nothing to do with playing the game on a daily basis, nothing to do with casual stuff. Pure competing, I think V and Premium I've actually been enjoying more in BCS, and D has been kind of on the lower end of it, it feels like it, because I've been entering D, but I feel like when I enter D versus V and P, I've been having more fun from a competitive aspect. From a casual aspect, I think I've actually been enjoying Standard the most, surprisingly enough. So I do want to make the difference there. There is a difference between casually enjoying the game and competitively enjoying the game, right? I just need to make that clear. It's not them sitting here like, oh, Standard sucks. It's just competitively, I personally haven't been enjoying it as much. But I think Standard has been fine in terms of playing, deck building, maybe a little too expensive, but that's about it. Your problem was no premium focus, and 2, some people didn't even want to be the V player. Yes, that's correct. A lot of people were very anti playing V for the try format stuff, which is like another big thing that was kind of happening. It was kind of weird. I actually was kind of fine, but I think it sucked extra badly because you knew the person you're probably going to face is going to be someone playing tier 1. Because that was like the biggest issue with try format, is that you have like one person per deck, which means everyone is playing the best deck they have, and it kind of ruins the thought of like, oh, what are they going to play? Well, it's like they're probably going to be playing the best deck, right? So it was a bunch of Ezel, you know, a bunch of just Davises, a bunch of Night Roses. It was just like those main 3, and then everything else is kind of put to the side. And I would say the same thing was kind of happening with the other two formats as well. Premium was like a lot of newie players, and both in D and in Premium, FYI, we saw a bunch of charts that was like Ezel or Night Rose or whatever, and then it was like Share Nui and Share Nui, right? That was like a big thing that also made try format kind of icky. Felt too tier 1. It didn't really feel like a team event. But anyway, doesn't matter. I could go on a whole rant about this. But anyway, the TLDR is we're closing the year out pretty well, and I hope it stays that way. Back to this girl. This makes me super happy. I think I've talked about this so many times. So something about Lyrical that I've been so bored of, and I've always kind of felt this way. I've never really been into like the school uniform, whatever aesthetic. It's never really been my thing. It's actually the reason I like Kyrie, because they transform into the mermaid versions. So at least it was like a little bit of a break from the schoolgirl stuff. So I'm really, really happy that this is a thing, because one, I think it's a Link Joker, like a Brandgate Link Joker unit, but two, it's a Lyrical unit on top of that. So whatever this is, I hope it's good. I am probably going to play this. This is the new card that got revealed. I believe this is what, for set 7? I think it says 7, right? This is because set 6 is mask stuff, so it has to be set 7. But anyway, this is awesome. I hope we get more of this type of stuff, because I think the schoolgirl aesthetic is getting a little old, and I think it'd be nice to kind of splash in like the main reason the nation exists, which is combining a bunch of other nations into the nation, right? So there's other people from other nations that go to the school, right? So we don't have to have specifically, you know, just people in school uniforms. We can have them in other parts. It'd be really cool. Dude, I'm sure whatever they're gonna do with her is gonna look cool as hell. Now keep in mind, she's probably gonna have an alt art, because the Lyrical usually has alt art, so there's probably gonna be another version of her as well, which I don't know which way they're gonna go about it. I don't know what her whole lore is, like what she's gonna do, but whatever it is, I'm here for it, except for the toes. But I'll get over the toes. Actually, I'm just gonna block the toes away. I don't want to see the toes. Where's my camera? I'm moving the toes. Ah, censorship. That is what we call censorship. No toes here. No toes for me. You guys don't get toes. I don't get toes. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to look at. You know, the funny thing is I censored it for y'all. I realized I didn't censor it for myself. I'm also looking to whatever her support is like. I'd love to see her kilo of cyberoids just hanging out in the academy. It would be so cool. I think they can go like the whole robot girl aesthetic. Look, y'all. Recently I got into Flaming G, like actually got into Flaming G, and it's been great. We'll get blocked by cardboard. They will, and I will probably not get a secret rare because of it. I have a problem. But yeah, I've been enjoying Flaming G. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen Flaming G or even care, but let me open it up real quick. You guys should care, because Flaming G is actually really cool. I actually didn't like it at first. Like, I was kind of like whatever towards it, but I bought it because it was like a $5 deck. How do I even look this up? I realize I'm not gonna be able to look this up because the A is backwards. So we're just gonna do this a different way. One thing that really aesthetically I thought it was cool about Flaming G was that it wasn't, you know, it's called Flaming. I've been called it Flaming, but it's just, there's none of this like, just search up Flaming. Well, I didn't know how to search it up at the time. But one thing that's really cool about this is that it's not the schoolgirl aesthetic, and I really like about it. And one thing I don't like about it is the support around it has the schoolgirl aesthetic, and I'm like, man, get me out of here. But at least it's like back and forth. It's not all in one. By the way, you guys should definitely try this deck. It's super cheap to build right now, so like I know I keep pushing this deck, but I really like budget but good decks. This one's definitely it. I don't know, man. She just looks so cool. Like this is a cool ass unit, and I've seen so much art on her too. Like, oh my god, she just looks so cool. But I'm really hyped about this. Yeah, I don't see any feet. They aren't there. They're just extensions of legs. Welcome in, Zed. Thank you so much. They're just leg extensions. There are no toes. There will be no toes. The new Erica stuff going on. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I don't know if I want to spoil y'all. I don't know if there's some people in here that haven't seen the anime, but it feels like this is like massive spoilers kind of line. Did they mention if the new units have divine skills, or is that gimmick done now? I don't know. I don't think they have. I guess we'll find out, because I feel like Mask is kind of more important. And we also have the leader of Blackout, which is Megami, and she is definitely not part of the divine stuff. So I'm kind of wondering, are they gonna give her a divine deck, or is she just gonna, or is it just gonna be like a battle type of thing? I don't know, because you know, they kind of closed out the divine arc. It's kind of done. So I don't know, but we're still Divine Z, so like we still have the logo for it. So I'm assuming we're still gonna be in that kind of arc. But so we're getting basically Magnolia back. So if you're a Magnolia stan, you're probably gonna get we're probably gonna get a new unit. I'm guessing it's gonna be a new unit or a new upgrade, maybe another grade 4. I don't know which route they're gonna go about it. Like such a final form for these two. I'm not sure what they can make for them. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think a new Maggie would be really cool, just like an upgraded version of the old one, because the old Maggie is like kind of bad, but also something interesting to keep in mind, y'all. For those of you guys that know about mask decks always ask for a different card name, but they just have this text for whatever that card name is. It doesn't state the entire text. So for example, we have the regular Magnolia and we have the mask Magnolia, but in the future, let's say we get Magnolia number 2, you can actually still play Magnolia number 2 and still go into the mask. Like, it doesn't stop you from that, because you can still, you know, remove Magnolia number 2 and still play the deck. So it's very possible that we might just get a whole new boss card. Maybe it's standalone, maybe it could be played with mask. Then we have this guy. I forgot what he does. This is oh yeah, right, this is Youthberg. This is the full blaster, the fuller blast. So chances are they're probably, I ain't gonna lie, Furry, I call you Furry, but Alex, I'm not gonna lie, I think they're just gonna completely change this deck. I think this is gonna be a whole new deck. They also might be bringing out the tree stuff into all this. Maybe they're gonna be tree focused decks, so which is kind of what I was hoping they were gonna do with the other tree stuff. So I don't know, in my opinion. This is Jewels, right? This is the guy that played Jewel. Did he play Jewel? I don't remember what he played. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that into the mask arc as the other stuff. It was okay. I believe this is Jeweled guy. If this is, I'm actually really excited for this. I think Jeweled is like actually a cool deck. And then we got whatever this is like Bushiroad 2023 New Year Grand presentation on January 13th. So it looks like some kind of grand presentation they're gonna be doing. Looks fun. And as Crowley says, our boy Akina here wearing the same exact sweater. Nothing new there. We got this arena thing, which this is for the auto mod. This is for the El Padillo stuff. I actually didn't read this. JP got a ban list, which is like really random. I wasn't expecting this, and it's not really anything. They just unrestricted Monster Strike, which I think is good for them, I guess. Like, it was an insanely powerful deck, so they basically just gave it back to them. I'm assuming it's nowhere near as broken as it was when it was out at the time it was out, but I've never ever played this deck. We don't have this in English. I never even tested it. I never even tried to test it. I have no idea what this means for their meta. We're never getting this, so we would have got it by now if we were to get it. But it does seem cool. I really wanted to play this, by the way. I was really hoping we were gonna get this, because I was like, man, that box thing is so cool. Like, I was really hyped about this, so maybe we'll get it. Who knows? We have a sneak preview of the Bob Sagara, and let me make this bigger, just slightly bigger. Even though he's getting an upgrade, maybe it'll be like a different way you use him. It might be a different way to use the tree, like, because, you know, so this one's like the tree of light and the tree of happiness, and this tree is just so happy compared to the other tree, right? Like if we compare the other, I don't even know how to spell this dude's name. I'm gonna take what you guys just wrote in chat and just put that in and hope for the best. But yeah, like, so this tree was like so, you know, destroyed and maskified, and, you know, it's been through hell type of thing, but this tree's so happy. So maybe there's some kind of, you know, yeah, maybe there's some kind of synergy, because even the Bob looks like a lot happier. Like, other Bob looked more sad. I don't know, Bob also looks really bright and colorful and happy. So like I said, there has to be some kind of harmony or some kind of happiness that comes out of all this. So there's got to be some kind of different route they take this. I don't know. It looks really exciting. The Bob people are super happy. Bob has been skyrocketing in price, so even though I think she's going to get a whole ass new mechanic and a whole new everything, and you can tell even here that she's not using her weapons. Her weapons are gone, so I don't even know if she's going to be gauging anything, or if she's going to be using like spells or some shit. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with her, but I don't think she's going to get gauged. I think she's going to be a whole new unit. And then we're getting this thing, which I'm really excited about. Do they have a better art of that? Is there a better art of that? I need to look it up. Here, I guess I'll just look at this version. Yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do. So they have, let me look up Battle Siren real quick. There is one card in the Battle Siren grand scheme of things that's actually really good. There's this girl that's really interesting. She says all your other rear guards in the same column as this unit cannot be attacked by your opponent's rear guard. I always thought this card was kind of like low-key cracked, because you can like run her in premium. But there's definitely a good arsenal of little battle like Battle Siren cards. Let me look up Starkea specifically. Is it gonna go down the Thavas route? Like, you know, where you kind of have like certain rested conditions to kind of do stuff? Or is it gonna go down like the Genovius? Is it Genovius route where you just call a bunch of cards from like different locations? I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna approach this deck, because we have Mythiarch, which is like a random discard board reliant deck, which kind of sucks ass. No offense. Battle Siren Girl, pretty lit. I'm really excited. Oh yeah, we got reprints, which I think this is really good. I know we've gotten these reprints like 100 times, but we still just keep needing them. I especially think that these triggers, the OTs getting reprinted, is very good, because the purple and the yellow one do need a reprinting. People were kind of sleeping on the yellow ones. Well, guess what? It's going up now. Purple one is going up. Blue and red are still expensive, even with a second reprint. Now, overall, I think the reveals were actually really good. Overall, I think they were just good. It's really exciting. I think it's gonna be a really exciting season. I think 2023 is gonna start. 2025. Oh my god, I don't know what year I'm in anymore. It's gonna start really strong, so I kind of want to talk about it.